just as the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
When it comes to Le'Veon Bell, it's not about the numbers. It's about his style. And when we watch him run the football and almost stop time behind the line of scrimmage before he finds the hole he wants to run through, it's a style that's his and unique to him. I'm not sure everyone else can emulate it.
They'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Fresh set of downs here. They go counter with Howard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. What we just saw, we saw a lot of last week. He had 5 tackles for loss a week ago and 1 here in the first quarter now.
And I think a lot of that comes from not just his athletic ability and his intelligence and understanding of how he's being blocked and how to get to the ball carriers, but also comes from scheme as well. When you've got a guy that high, playing that well, your defense coordinator is looking for ways to create mismatches and get him to the football.
And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Second down now after the pass completion. To throw is Kessler. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. This is Isaiah Crowell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The numbers for Crowell in last week's game. 22 carries, 76 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Now Kessler on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And
the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
He'll drop to throw. Hits his target, Hunter. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A good pickup there at 22. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The numbers for Howard a week ago, 24 carries, 107 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, #3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Again, it's Howard. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Back to throw now on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be third down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go! Green, 39!
They'll set up to throw, and it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Pass incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. 3-19.
Off the play fake to Crowell. Here's Kessler. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Kessler. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. First down carry now for Crowell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And I can see why they're ranked 4th in the NFL against the run. I mean, they are tough to move the ball against. I mean, they have a little bit of everything, right? Run stoppers inside, guys who can make plays outside.
We've seen them shut down running games already this year. They're at it again. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now it's Kessler, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. Back to throw here. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Play action. They'll throw. And he fires one incomplete. Justin Hunter, the one he was searching for. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. First down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
You have to control the guy playing over the nose in order to run the ball up the middle against a 3-4, and they did that very well on that play. And that hurts the linebackers because what they're counting on, especially the guys in the middle, is that nose taking on 2, sometimes 3 blockers, eating those guys up and allowing the linebackers to run free and make a play. But when they control the nose, it allows other guys to get upfield to that second level and block the linebackers. And now the running backs got some room to roam.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
The give is to Bell, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Spinning away, and it's a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And tough starting field position here.
Let's go, Detroit! Detroit!
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So much of the game today we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. He's got the first down and more past the 40. The 40. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 53 yards on the ground. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner.
Hang on now. Green 39. Green 39.
A first down throw for Kessler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down. From the shotgun, Kessler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to pass, Kessler. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he whips that one incomplete there. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Runs through the contact. Oh, he breaks another. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And we shift our focus to Isaiah Crowell. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season. And given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Second down, here's Crowell. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Thanks, guys. We'll get back to you soon for the second half of this tied ball game. But first, let's look back now at this first half of play. Both the Browns and the Steelers are having some trouble moving the ball through the air. The yardage totals are low, and that's helped play into what was a low-scoring first half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd down at the 21. Boggs got a completion middle of the field. And he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 43-yard line. They would go on to kick a field goal and put 3 points on the board.
Okay, thank you, Larry. A low-scoring affair, all even, as we ready for this second half. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now Kessel, and his throw here is incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll toss it to Crowell. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Throwing is Kessler on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's pulled in at the 32. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked something else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players. And maybe
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's a give to Crowell, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
All right, here we go.
3rd and long. It's Kessler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Back to throw. And some room to maneuver. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
How many times do we hear from coaches, get north and south as a runner, especially in short yardage situations? I'd say 3rd and 1 counts. That didn't happen there.
Instead, they went backwards. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Getting set to go here, Isaiah Crowell in the offense. Trot back out there. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case, that one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Let's go! 3-19!
2nd and 10. Here's Kessler again. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. They'll run with Crowell. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Browns on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Kessler. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Kessler looks to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
And the play clock's running down. They'll set up a throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
So now 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Bell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the fourth.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
A give to Bell. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. To throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
But I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap, Kessler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Kessler throwing now. And that is incomplete.
Partner's not just a little slot receivers. Get a little trepidation going across the middle. Even the big guys, even guys like a tight end, they got a little concern going across there, going through the briar patch.
Maybe hearing some footsteps, getting a little gator armed. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. It's taken to the 26. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this is incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Bell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Cody Kessler trotting back onto the field. And here we go, partner. My palms are sweaty. These are the moments we wait for in the booth.
Oh, come on. I know when you were a kid, you went through this, right? You know, there was always that one guy in the neighborhood who had the yard that was conducive to playing like this. I know I won many a drive at Billy Mosslander's house. So that's what he's got to draw on now. Go back to those good old days. Remember how it was and have some fun doing it.
A little more pressure packed here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room. And they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. He'll look to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So now let's look at this situation with no timeouts remaining. The offense should be able to just run the clock out.
I know that's what it says on my time management chart up here. And I know a lot of teams are hiring a time management coach who's going to sit in the box, talk to the head coach. And in this situation, if you do anything but take a knee in victory formation, then you're not playing the game right. This game should be over. Take the knee, hold on to the ball.
By the way, so impressive that you do have a time management chart up here.
Listen, you know I can't count. So I need it in a big way. And we can't hire anyone to help us out. So hopefully I'm reading it correctly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Steelers.